Is Facebook still a viable place to market, even though they change every single week, it seems? Exactly how you, as the business owner, are supposed to use their platform to market? We're going to talk about that in this video. Facebook ads. You're not going to want to miss this, so stay tuned. With that, I'm Christian Weatherspoon. We're Real Estate Investing Made Easy, and it's time to make it easy.
Yeah, now the next one we're going to talk about is very similar to pay-per-click. It's Facebook ads. So in its own way, it is pay-per-click. It's pay-per-click through Facebook. So there's a lot of similarities and crossover. One of the key differences, though, is Facebook has a lot more rules and regulations regarding like targeting specific demographics. You know, you have pretty heavy limitations on what you can target. So you're kind of a little bit broader in the approach. I would say, you know, from an accuracy standpoint to hit the avatar you're looking for, pay-per-click is going to be way more accurate, but Facebook ads are probably going to be substantially lower as a cost per lead standpoint. Now, with Facebook ads, one of the differences between Facebook ads and pay-per-click ads is you can leverage images in those ads on Facebook, whereas pay-per-click, you're generally not getting that ability. You can't do that. The other thing that is different with Facebook ads is you can actually get engagement on your ads. You can get likes, you can get comments, things like that. So if one person sees it and they think of somebody that might benefit from that ad, they can tag them in that. So that's a little nuanced difference there. The other big thing that I was going to mention regarding Facebook ads is, well, as you know, the comparison between Facebook and pay-per-click. Pay-per-click, again, is going to be a little bit more laser focused. And I mentioned that you'll get some wholesalers that are clicking those pay-per-click ads, but you have a higher likelihood of getting wholesalers clicking on your Facebook ads than pay-per-click, mainly because most wholesalers, what they're doing to find buyers is going into a lot of Facebook groups. So ostensibly, they're spending more time on Facebook trying to engage with buyers for the properties that they have. And so they're going to have a higher likelihood of seeing your ad and thus clicking on it, and then, which may or may not be a good thing. If you're another wholesaler using Facebook ads, then maybe you don't want wholesalers contacting you, especially when most of them don't know their numbers, but you can always possibly take that wholesaler's deal and daisy chain it to another buyer that you know. You can JV with them sometimes, or if you're an end buyer or you're looking for fix and flips or rentals, maybe you want them bringing you their wholesale deals, right, that are off market. So it just depends on your market. The other big thing is testing and measuring. The same way with like Google ads, you know, you really do want to spend some time testing and measuring, making sure that everything is dialed in and you have that process ironed out. You want to make sure that you are researching your competition, seeing what ads and campaigns work and seeing which ones don't. Typically, we run 3 different Facebook campaigns at a time, and what that typically results in is 2 of those campaigns will usually be performing really well and one of them will be performing poorly, and so then we'll kill that campaign and we'll create a new 3rd campaign. And then again, keep going. And then at some point, one of those 3 will end up, you know, crap in the bed, and then we'll kill that one, roll in a new one. So it just depends on what you're doing. In Florida, we started out targeting the major metro areas like Jacksonville, Tampa, and Orlando, and we had about a $70 cost per lead. We ended up shifting strategies to go to the entire state of Florida, and that brought our cost per lead down below $30 cost per lead, which is beneficial. However, one thing to consider, and depending on the markets that you're in and you know what the current market is right now, which right now we're going into a downward market, we were starting to get a lot more deals in more rural areas, you know, not these major metro areas. Now, when the market's doing great, that's awesome because there's buyers there readily available. Right now, as the market is shifting, we're seeing a reduction in buyers even in the major metros, and we're seeing an even larger reduction, not necessarily a larger reduction, there's not that many buyers in the rural areas anyway, but everybody is kind of holding tight. So it's going to be harder for you to monetize those more rural areas unless you already have a well-developed buyers list. So something to consider when you're thinking about making the switch from just major metros in your state to going statewide, but it will reduce your cost per lead and possibly create some more opportunity for you.
True. Yeah. And one thing about Facebook marketing that I personally like is the custom audiences. Custom audiences from an email list. And what we are going to talk about here in just a minute is something that is an even lower cost per lead. But what we want to do with the next two methods, including this method, is use the most of the data that we get. And we talked about this before, that it begins with a really good data set. And we talked about where we get data from, and you mentioned a lot of good ones. And the next step to that is make the data even greater so you can actually utilize it at the highest level. And we'll be testing and measuring everything that we use in perpetuity. But so far, for the last several years, what we've found to be the best place to skip trace is linked in the description. You'll get $50 off if this appeals to you and you sign up. It's called Best Skip Tracer. They're really appropriately named. John Paul Kilduff actually just texted me a while ago while we were talking, because he's building out some custom stuff inside of Best Skip Tracer right now. They call it Skippy 3.0.
Yep.
So really excited about that and what they have going on, and what JP is the owner of Best Skip Tracer, also a friend and an investor in our community as well, that we're always going to go to them. So you should check them out if you haven't. We also have more content about that if you want to dive deeper into why we like it. But
one thing to note, so you said $50 off. Just to clarify, you get 50% off of whatever subscription level you get. They have two different subscription levels. They have a $9 a month, and that gets you, I believe it's 15 cents per skip trace. And then they have a $99 a month, which gets you 8 cents per skip trace. So you're basically getting, actually, I think the first one might be 12 cents a skip trace, but you're getting somewhere between 4 and 8 or 9 cents off by signing up for the $99 a month program, which if you skip trace, I think I calculated out, if you skip trace more than like 24 or 2,500 records on a monthly basis, then that make the reduction in cost makes up for the $99 subscription.
Ultimately, what I was going to say is, be that as it may, whatever skip tracing company you use, although of course we'd recommend Best Skip Tracer, when you get emails and phone numbers, both cell phone and landlines, make the most of it, right? And that's one of the reasons why we do Facebook marketing, is because of the email list. And sure, we could target those people individually if they have Facebook accounts using their emails, but Facebook gives you the ability, even though they change everything every maybe 2 weeks, right? I mean, this might be completely irrelevant, in a month they might change it, but assuming they don't, Facebook custom audience is huge, because what is Facebook? What really is it?
It's just data.
It's a repository of data that they market certain products and services to those people, and you put your information out there for free.
Yep.
And they'll use that to find people that are like the other person based on their email if they have an account, so you can market to them as well.
Exactly.
Right? If they fit in that profile, which also speaks to the necessity to, when you're pulling the data, get really good about stacking multiple levels of motivation and get really targeted with your list that you pull. And of course, we teach and train about this stuff. We do this for our clients. If you want more information about that, you want to find out how we work together, link in the description below. You can get a free marketing strategy session with our team.
Absolutely.
For more content on Facebook ads, just click the link in the description below, where we have rolled out an entire training series on exactly how to step-by-step market using Facebook. I hope you enjoyed this video, but we're not done yet, because we have more top marketing methods in this video, where we talk about cold calling and why you should be doing that, how to do it correctly, all right here where we're making it easy.